On the morning of my wedding, I discover a heart-wrenching letter from my dying mother, revealing a dark family secret that forces me to choose between marrying the love of my life or confronting a truth that could shatter my family. There was this guy that I really loved. We dated for about 4 years, and he finally proposed to me. I broke into tears because I didn't expect it, but what happened next was really shocking, and it was not a small deal. On the morning of my wedding, I woke up filled with excitement and nervous anticipation. Today was the day I would marry the love of my life, the man who had captured my heart and soul. As I got dressed in my wedding gown, surrounded by my bridesmaids and mother, I couldn't help but feel like the luckiest woman in the world. But as I was finishing up my makeup, my mother handed me a small envelope. Confused, I opened it and found a letter inside written in my mother's familiar handwriting. As I started to read the letter, my heart sank. "My dearest daughter," the letter began. "I am so sorry that I have kept this secret from you for so long, but I cannot bear to carry this burden any longer. I am dying, and before I leave this world, I must reveal the truth to you." Tears filled my eyes as I continued to read the letter. My mother went on to explain that I was not actually her biological daughter. She had found me abandoned as a baby and had taken me in as her own. The letter revealed that my real mother was a woman named Sarah, who had been a close friend of my mother's. But the most shocking revelation came next. Sarah had not abandoned me out of neglect or desperation. She had been murdered, and my mother had been keeping the truth from me to protect me from the pain and heartache of knowing the truth. I felt like my world was crumbling around me. How could this be true? How could my mother keep such a devastating secret from me for so many years? And what did this mean for my identity, my sense of self? As I sat there, trying to digest the truth of the letter, I knew I had a choice to make. I could continue with my wedding, marry the man I loved, and pretend like nothing had changed. Or I could confront this dark family secret, unravel the mysteries of my past, and risk shattering the foundations of my family. I knew I couldn't ignore the letter. I had to find out the truth, no matter how painful it might be. So I made the heart-wrenching decision to postpone the wedding and seek out answers. With the help of a private investigator, I delved into the mystery of my past. I discovered that Sarah had indeed been murdered, a cold case that had never been solved. I tracked down her family and learned more about her life and the circumstances surrounding her death. But as I uncovered the truth, I also unearthed more secrets that shook me to my core. My biological father was not the man I had always believed him to be. He had a dark past, one that had haunted my mother and Sarah for years. I was torn between my loyalty to my family and my need for the truth. I struggled with the decision of whether to confront my father, risk tearing my family apart, or let the secrets of the past remain buried. In the end, I decided to confront my father. The truth had to come out, no matter the consequences. I couldn't live with the weight of these secrets anymore. The confrontation with my father was intense and emotional. He confirmed the suspicions I had, admitting to his past mistakes and the role he played in Sarah's death. It was a painful moment, one that shattered the illusions I had about my family and my own identity. But it was also a moment of liberation. The truth had set me free, allowing me to let go of the burdens I had carried for so long. And in the midst of the chaos and heartache, I found a sense of peace and clarity. As I stood before my family and friends, I knew that I had made the right choice. The wedding went on, but it was not the same as I had imagined. It was a day marked by both joy and sorrow, love and betrayal. But it was also a day of truth and honesty, a day that set me on a path of healing and self-discovery. And as I stood at the altar, facing the man I loved, I knew that I had made the right choice. I may have lost some illusions along the way, but I had gained something far greater, a newfound sense of self and the courage to confront the darkest secrets of my past.